Hey guys, Godzilla here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be talking about some more Godzilla figure news, so let's jump right into it. The first thing that we have for today is about 2 weeks ago, there was a Bandai Tamashii Nations event or something like that revealed the new MonsterArts Godzilla 1989 figure, so that's really cool. And not really knowing too much about the older version before, and now knowing more about the older MonsterArts Godzilla 1989, I can say that this one is going to be an actual action figure, and that is because the older version, which I already knew was more focused on lights and sound, and I also knew that it didn't really have too much articulation, but I didn't know that the figure was 8 inches tall, so it was obviously out of scale with most of the SHMonsterArts figures, mainly the SHMonsterArts Biollante, which is of course what the figure is supposed to be compared to, because that they're in the movie together, so people would want the Biollante and the Godzilla to be in scale. So these were in scale, so it was kind of, I guess you could say, disappointing for some people. So this is an actual figure. It's way more articulated and will be about 6.5 inches tall, so it will be in scale with the SHMonsterArts Godzilla figures, because they are usually about that tall. So that is pretty cool, and I might get this figure. I'm not 100% sure yet. Of course, we don't really know too much about the figure. We don't know when it releases. We don't know the price. I imagine that this figure is probably going to be around $100. That's usually how much they are. Hopefully it's not over $100, because that pretty much lowers the chances of me getting a figure, because I don't really like spending too much money on the SHMonsterArts figures, even though I do end up spending a lot of money on these figures anyways. But I don't like spending over $100, because then I feel like it's just a bit too much, but that's just me, because I don't want to get a figure that ends up sucking, because it's happened a few times now, and I don't like it. But now that I'm more informed on the internet, next time, if I get a crappy Godzilla figure, I'll just send it back and get a new one. So things will work out better. But I also am thinking about getting this because I, of course, am getting the SHMonsterArts Biollante Special Colored version, so I think that these two will go quite well together on my shelf, even though that I probably won't really do anything with them, like make stop motions, because I already have plans for what I'm doing with the Biollante in terms of stop motions. So, but maybe I can do like a mini, Godzilla versus Biollante stop motion kind of thing. So, that's probably something I can do. I imagine that people would probably watch that, because Godzilla vs. Biollante seems to be one of the more popular Godzilla movies, which I understand why, but I mean, Godzilla vs. Biollante isn't necessarily one of my top favorites, if I'm being honest, which is pretty, what's the word? An unpopular opinion, but that's just me. I mean, I don't hate the movie, I just don't really like it too much. And I don't like the theme for Biollante, kind of creeps me out. So, that's that's just the thing. But I do like Biollante. I do like the concept of Biollante. It's, she's a pretty cool kaiju. So, hopefully we can get more Biollante in the future. Maybe Biollante will end up being in Godzilla Singular Point. So that'll be pretty interesting to see. But speaking of Godzilla Singular Point, Bandai has confirmed that they are making figures for Godzilla Singular Point. I'm hoping that SH MonsterArts does Godzilla Singular Point, even though that is, Bandai Tamashii Nations. Wasn't confirmed that SH MonsterArts will be doing Godzilla Singular Point figures, which I would imagine that they would be doing them. But if they do, I think that they'll just be doing Godzilla. I don't think that they'll be doing any other kaiju. I could be wrong, but I just think that they'll be doing Godzilla because that would be the more, probably what is going to sell the most. That's just what I think. Anyways, but for other Bandai companies like Bandai Movie Monster Series and all the other Bandai vinyl companies, I would imagine that they will be doing Godzilla and the other kaijus, which would be pretty interesting. And I would actually like to see SH MonsterArts do the other kaijus, but mainly the older versions. I would like to see like a classic Anguirus, definitely a classic Jet Jaguar, because if you don't know already, I'm not a huge fan of the new Jet Jaguar design. And I'd also like to see like a Titanosaurus, and some others. I'm not really a huge fan of Gabra, so I wouldn't really care if they did a Gabra figure or not. But it still would be cool if they did one for those who do actually care, but that's not actually something I really would be interested in. But I know there's other people who have other opinions than I do that would actually like Gabra, so it still would be cool to see them actually do Gabra. And next we have new images of the Bandai Movie Monster Series MechaGodzilla heavy painted version. This was previously seen on the Godzilla Store Osaka advertisement thing, and this is now. Before I thought that this was going to be exclusive to the Godzilla Store Osaka, but it actually isn't. This is a limited time edition, and it will be also available on the Godzilla Store, the online Godzilla Store to be more specific, and is $32. So that's cool. So, more availability for this figure to those who can't go to the Godzilla Store Osaka. Next we have new images of the upcoming Bandai HG Gamera figures. I think we have new images of our first images of the other Bandai HG Gamera figures, because I don't remember seeing some of these Bandai HG Gamera figures. I remember the ones that I reported on before, but there's other ones that are like a light green that I haven't seen, so I don't know if I missed anything from this, and that there's actually another version of the HD Gamera figures, or it's some other thing that's going on that I don't know. Or maybe we only seen the one, and then this is the other one, so this is like our first look at that. I really don't know. But anyways, these release March 31st, 2021. As I said last time I reported on this, and as again I also said, these are $3 each. I know I already said that, like I already said, but I figured I'd mention it again, just to remind you guys, I guess. Next we have is Rebore, which I'm not 100% sure if this is like an actual company, or if this is just like someone on the internet who makes like custom figures and they sell them. I'm not 100% sure. that, but I'm thinking maybe it's an actual company. I don't know. Either way, this is pretty interesting. Rebore has revealed a teaser for a new Kongzilla hybrid figure. We have no further info as right now, so I'm sure we'll get more info soon. But it does seem that this is a Godzilla vs. Kong spoiler, so yeah. That kind of sucks, not gonna lie. You just spoil the big pad for Godzilla vs. Kong, so. I'm joking, by the way, if you couldn't tell. This isn't. This has nothing to do with Godzilla vs. Kong. I just, was trying to be funny. But this still is pretty interesting, and of course, if you don't know already, which I imagine that most of you do, that there was already a Kongzilla figure that came out like a long time ago, so this is going to be like a new one, which seems to be a hybrid of possibly the legendary Godzilla and the 2005 King Kong. So that's that. Next we have is probably the stupidest thing I'll ever cover in any Godzilla video, but we have a new Shin Godzilla diorama, and get this, of the Godzilla, or of the Shin Godzilla statue zipline amusement park thingy that you can go to in Japan. So yeah, they decided to make a statue of a statue, an actual statue that is giant and is in Japan, and that you can zip line into Shin Godzilla's mouth. I've covered it like 1,000 times, so if you watch my videos, you should already know what it is. But like, really, a diorama of the Shin Godzilla statue, like, is that really worth making? I mean, I guess. I'm not sure if anyone's gonna really want to buy this. I mean, if I could be wrong, there could be people who actually really want this. I just think it's very stupid, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. But anyways, this is 10 inches long, releases December 19th, and is, I think, $37. I can't tell if it's 37 or 34, because I when I write down my notes, I write fast, so it looks like it might be a 7, but it also looks like it might be a 4. So I'm pretty sure it's a 7 though. So it's $37 and is on the Godzilla store. So $37 for a Shin Godzilla diorama of a statue. I wonder what the tickets are for going to this Shin Godzilla statue, because I'd rather do that instead of buying a diorama of it. But anyways, we have Volume 6. So, oh boy, I missed a lot. But I really haven't covered too much Godzilla news before, as much as I do now, which I think is better. So that's pretty cool. But anyways, so we have Volume 6 of the Bandai Godzilla HD D+ statues revealed. These release March 2021 and are available on Big Bad Toy Store and Hobby Search. Last we have a new X Plus gigantic series Shin Godzilla Awakening version Godzilla Store Limited Purple Edition revealed. This is pretty cool. It's kind of like a translucent purple. This is available for pre-order now at the Godzilla Store, obviously, and is a whopping $735 and releases November 20th, 2021, so this Friday, you know, depending on when you're watching this. It's this Friday for me, but yeah. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will try to get another video out as soon as possible. Most likely going to be another Godzilla figure news, because I do have a few more news for Godzilla figure news that is more relevant than the news that I have for today, but I wasn't able to put that news on this video because the video is pretty long, and as I have stated multiple times, I can't really have videos too long because my storage sucks. But I'm going to end this video here before I make it any longer than it should be. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.